Hi, Cancers. This is a general love energy check-in for Cancer's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of June. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, Cancer. The first card that came out for you is the Queen of Wands. You also got the Two of Swords, as well as the Empress. So this Queen of Wands reversed and Two of Swords, this is your energy right now. I feel like many of you Cancers may be struggling with feeling uncertain about what action to take in a connection. And some of you could also be, I don't know, your confidence has been taking a hit lately. Because I feel like you've been doubting yourself, Cancers. I feel like you've been doubting yourself. You've been feeling disconnected from your usual energy. Right now, that's the energy I'm picking up, because this is your energy. Because the Queen of Wands in the upright, it looks like this, but she's just very much in her power. And I feel like right now you're just doubting yourself. I feel like you've been sitting in limbo when it comes to a connection, because there's something deep down for a lot of you that needs to be addressed with somebody, and you've been trying to keep the peace rather than choosing a connection. So for a lot of you, you're confused about what to do with someone. Yeah, because you also got the Empress. And so this is where the energy shifts. Because I feel like even though lately you have been feeling not like yourself, I feel like as you're approaching the end of June, you're going to remember your value. You're going to begin to recognize that you deserve more in a connection. You deserve equal give and take. Because the Empress, she's a lot of things. This card can represent so many things, but I feel like in your situation, Cancers, this card is suggesting that you deserve someone who's going to nurture your relationship just as much as you. They're going to give just as much as you, because you have that abundance to give. You have so much love to give. You're a nurturer, and you deserve someone who's not only going to appreciate that, but they're going to reciprocate that energy, honestly. So those are the first three cards that came out for you. Let's see what else came out for you, Cancers. You also got the Seven of Pentacles. You got the Ace of Cups, as well as the Wheel of Fortune. So I love this. Yeah, like I said, as we approach the end of June, we still have some time left in June. This Seven of Pentacles energy it's coming up strong, because you're going to be reflecting a lot at everything you've invested in a connection, your time, your emotions, the energy that you've been giving towards someone, because I feel like for a lot of you, you've been depleting yourself, right? Because you did get, like I said, that Queen of Wands in the reverse in the beginning. So you literally feel depleted when it comes to love, your connections. But I feel like right now and for the rest of June, you're going to be asking yourself, was it worth it? Is this connection growing? Should I keep waiting? And I feel like many of you are evaluating whether the effort you've poured into your relationships is actually giving you the results that you want. And you know what? You also got, like I said, the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is things changing, whether or not you want them to. Honestly, things are going to change. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to have a new beginning in love. For some, this could be a reconciliation with the person you've been dealing with. But for others, it could be a new relationship and love entirely. And I love that for you, because either way, this card is suggesting that there's going to be an overflow of love for you, Cancer. And I feel like fate is actually intervening and stepping in. And so this is out of your hands. It's going to happen either way, but it's not one of those things where you're going to hate it. I feel like things are going to be changing for the better. You also got the Tower, the King of Pentacles, as well as the Justice card in reverse. So some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio or Earth sign. So this Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But this Tower card is catching my attention right now. You know, this card usually catches everyone's attention, but it's especially catching mine because I don't feel like this is a negative tower. The tower can be negative in a lot of instances and situations, but in your instance, Cancer, I don't see this card as being negative. Even though you're like, it looks like this castle is going to shit. Not in this situation, because it's showing that whatever foundation wasn't solid, whatever relationship didn't have a strong foundation, it can no longer remain standing. So the universe, fate is going to intervene. All of those unhealthy dynamics you dealt with, someone being avoidant or just, you know, giving you false hope, that's going to be diminished basically. And the change may even feel sudden for you, but it's going to create a space for this Ace of Cups to come in for you, Cancer. Because I feel like you've reached a point where waiting isn't enough anymore. You're tired of that. And the universe is pushing you toward being in something that's fulfilling emotionally. But first, something unstable has to fall away first. And that's why this card isn't negative in this instant. Because I feel like a truth may come out for some of you, or a situation may shift unexpectedly for you. I see that happening. But you know what? Like I said, some of you are going to experience a reconciliation because this King of Pentacles came out. And you know, this guy, he's sexy. Like this King of Pentacles is sexy because he wants stability. And who doesn't want that, right? I mean, I know some people these days, they like toxic. I see a lot of toxic connections these days. And it's like, you would think you wouldn't want someone who's going to mistreat you. You would want someone who sees your value. Sometimes people, they love that toxic dynamic. It's something about it that pulls them in. It's addictive. But you know what? Stability is also sexy. So I feel like despite what may be happening on the surface, your person is going to want, you know, you, not only your person, I feel like your person wants something secure, but you do too. But I feel like the person you're reconciling with, things are going to change. The universe is going to force it, and they're going to want something secure, something long lasting. This isn't the energy of someone who wants chaos. This person, if it's a new person, they're not going to come with the BS and the chaos. I don't see that happening. Yeah. And you also got the Justice reverse. So if this, for those of you who your person is coming back and you're going to reconcile, yes, they're coming back with this King of Pentacles energy, but you also got the Justice card reversed. And so these two cards combined are suggesting that your person sees that they didn't handle things the right way. They didn't handle things fairly. Yeah, they see that they didn't handle things fairly. And I feel like your person feels guilty about how they acted in the past. And not giving you what you deserved, because I feel like there is something here with your person that has not been fully corrected or resolved. But you also got the Fool card, you got the Moon card, as well as the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, I love this. I love this because this combination is fascinating to me, the Fool and the Moon. I love this deck too. It's so beautiful to me. But I feel like your person wants a fresh start. This card is suggesting that they want to take a leap of faith. But this card is revealing that your person is fearful and almost confused. Kind of like, I want to move forward. You know, I want to move forward, but I don't know what's waiting for me if I do. So they're scared. I feel like fear is a big part of the problem here. And I feel like your person may not fully trust their intuition right now. And I also, Cancer, I'm picking this up about you too. I'm picking up that you may not fully trust your intuition right now either. So yeah, I'm picking that up. But you also got this Eight of Pentacles card. So I feel like for a lot of you Cancers, right now you're focused on building something. You're just extremely focused on your bag. I see you focused on work. I see you focused on money, your career, personal growth. I just feel like you're putting effort toward other things in your life that create stability for you. Yeah, because you also got this Queen of Pentacles. You got this Queen of Pentacles card. And this is somebody who she's worth investing in. So your person, the person you've been dealing with, they feel like you're worth investing in because like I said, they see you as the Empress, they see you as valuable, they see you as nurturing. So I feel like this represents how your person sees you. You offer that security, but also you offer that security. So you're emotionally secure for them, but they see you as someone they would want a wife. That's what I'm picking up with this card. They see you as someone they would want a wife. But I also see that a lot of you, like I said, you're focused on your bag, you're focused on your career. And you know what? I'm not mad because you know what? That career will never leave you in the middle of the night. And I'm not saying to not want love or to not want someone by your side, but I'm just saying like I see you focused on your growth, and I love that for you. You also got the Ten of Wands, as well as the Six of Swords. So, yeah, the issue with the connection that you've been dealing with is that you feel weighed down by this, Cancer. A connection is really weighing on you, and I do not like that because, again, you're wifey, right? And your person sees you as wifey. But even though you're wifey, this is just really taking a toll on you. I just feel like something is slowing you down. Something has been weighing on you and slowing you down, whether it's stress, your responsibilities, or just the emotional baggage from this connection. Something is weighing you down. So Cancer, I don't feel like your person's intentions, I don't think they're malicious because they do see you as someone worth investing in. I feel like they want a fresh start. They want stability. But, you know, the biggest challenge isn't lack of interest. I don't see that. I see things progressing because then you have movement for June. I feel like whatever has been weighing on you, especially in regards to this connection, is going to calm down because I don't know if you can see in this card, it's like a butterfly on her back. It's very faint, but it's there. And so things are going to change. It's like translucent. So you may not be able to see it because you don't feel it right now. You just feel stress. But change is coming. It's coming for the better. I feel like you're going to be leaving behind that confusion and the emotional exhaustion. I feel like for those of you who have a new person coming in, you're really leaving it behind. But if you're going to reconcile with your person, you're no longer tolerating any nonsense. Yeah, because you also got the Seven of Wands. You got the Four of Pentacles, as well as the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, these cards are giving no nonsense because yeah, for the month of June, boundaries are going to become extremely important for you because if not, you're going to continue to be stuck in this energy, Cancer, just overburdened, just overwhelmed. So yeah, boundaries are going to be put in place. I feel like whether you stand up for yourself in the connection that you have with the person you've been dealing with, or whether you refuse to accept less than you deserve, I feel like you're choosing yourself. And I love that. I love that. You also got the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. And this is interesting because these cards tell two different stories. The Four of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. Because I feel like you're either holding on tightly, whether it's to a person, an outcome, or just control. I feel like you're holding on to something, but at the same time, I feel like you want to step into that version of yourself that you recognize, that version that feels empowered, that version that feels too independent to let a situation or a relationship impact your feelings or your well-being. And so it's like at on one hand, this hand to be specific, you don't want to release this. You don't want to release control. It's like it's constantly on your mind. But you know what, Cancer, the more you stop clinging to the outcome, the more empowered you will become. And that's why I said these two cards, is interesting because they tell two different stories. And then you also got the Two of Wands. You got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Some of you are dealing with the fire signs. So that's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy. And then you also have the Eight of Swords. So, yeah, you have a choice to make here, Cancer. You have a choice. You definitely have a choice. I feel like you're looking ahead, you're looking at the future, and you're trying to figure out, what do I really want? What do I really, really want? And so you're no longer reacting. I feel like you're no longer reacting. You're basically reflecting. You're reflecting and you're planning on what you want and what you want to do next, because you do have a choice to make, Cancer. You do. I just, yeah, you do have a choice to make, because even though I did see the Wheel of Fortune in this fine, fine King of Pentacles who's going to offer stability, and it could be someone from your past that you actually reconcile with, or it could be a new person. This is a general reading and not a private reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But I will say, if it's someone from your past, I don't see stable forward movement just yet. Because this is what this card looks like in the upright. I see a delay or hesitation from your person. I see hot and cold behavior first before they show up as this King of Pentacles, because it's gonna take time now. The Wheel of Fortune, like I said, fate is moving this along, but it's gonna require you to have a lot of patience, a lot of patience, Cancer. Yeah, I definitely see that. And then the final card that came out for you in the reading is the Eight of Wands. So that's movement. That is movement. Yeah, that's movement, Cancer. I love this. This is movement, because yes, there's going to be delays and hot and cold behavior if you're dealing from the person from the past. And if it's a new person, for those of you who you choose to not entertain the person from the past, because for some of you, I see a new person coming in. It may be a delay for them coming in for you, and you might be like, okay, where are they at? Okay, you said they're coming, where are they at? But things are gonna, out of nowhere, things are gonna speed up. And so I feel like if it's somebody from the past, expect movement, expect progress, and it's gonna come suddenly. You're gonna be like, well, damn, where did this energy come from? And if it's a new person, expect it to come out of nowhere. If it's a new person, I would say give it 2 months, 8 weeks. I would give it 8 weeks, and then this person is going to show up. And if it's someone from your past that you're going to reconcile with, I would say in the next 2 months, that's when you might start to really see a change. Yeah, I just feel like the month of June for you, Cancer, is just stepping back into yourself and movement. But Cancer, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I really hope this resonated, and I hope you will tune in again soon in the future. Thanks. Bye.